Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. I'm tylauren on my social channels. If you don't follow me, you definitely should. Today's video is with Lynn. If you guys don't follow her, you definitely should. I'm gonna put her social channels in the description and right here for you to follow her. This is our first time doing a YouTube video together. This video is gonna be all about the influencer space. We both started similar times, so we're gonna talk about how it used to be, how it is now, what we love, what we hate, all the good stuff. And part 1 will be here and part 2 will be on her channel, so you're gonna have to go over there and subscribe. So yeah, let's get started. Can you believe that this is the first time I've been to Lynn's apartment? It's super cute. She lives in Brooklyn in the cutest little area. This much of me kind of wishes I lived in Brooklyn.
I'm trying to convince her to move here. We can live a block away from each other. We can grab coffee in the morning, go to restaurants.
Y'all, imagine I paid my mortgage in an apartment in Brooklyn.
It'd be worth it though.
It would be so cute, but I would be poor. And where would my things go? Okay.
So I started when I was 18. I just graduated high school. I was in college, didn't really know what I wanted to do, but I was pursuing communications, business administration, whatever. So long story short, I had my own personal Instagram page. I didn't really have goals to become an influencer. It was a lot different back then. People didn't really want to be a content creator. People wanted to be YouTubers, but that was a big dream. I always loved being in front of the camera, so it came very natural to me. I wanted to be a dancer, an actress, everything, but I didn't go that route. I hashtagged one of my photos, or a few of my photos. I was on my personal Instagram page, curly girl, curly gal, and there were a lot of curly pages reposting curly girls, and I was I just wanted followers. I was 18. I didn't want to create content. I just wanted followers. They reposted me, and I got a ton of girls following me because a lot of girls follow these pages. So they would ask, how do you take care of your hair? What do you do? What products do you use? Can you please show us a video? And I was I guess I could do that. It was really new to me. I was I guess I can help.
People were asking, right?
Yeah, I created a video, and then after that I just kept going viral. People kept reposting my stuff, and then I just fell into it, and then I realized, okay, I can really make this my hobby. I didn't think it was gonna be a whole career. When I graduated college is when I was wow, I really don't have to apply for a 9-to-5.
That's
so I just
crazy.
fell into this, and yeah, I've been doing this since I was full-time since I was 21.
Wow.
And I'm 27 now, so I don't know anything else. I gotta keep hustling because I don't know anything else.
That's crazy.
I love it.
And it's so crazy, like I said before, we started around the same time, but our lives were so different. So for me, I was definitely not 18. I was fresh out of college. It was 2014. I was working so many different jobs. I was working for Viacom. I was working in music, fashion. I was teaching. I was doing beauty consulting. I was doing so many. I've had every single job under the sun. And if you guys know, I have a video about how I got into the whole influencer space in more detail, and I'll link that for you. I was just lost, and I always wanted to do something creative, and I really didn't have a community of women around me, and that's just how it's always been. So I was always looking for help with my natural hair, and oh my god, I need to learn how to do it. I don't know how to do it, blah 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 blah. And then I just started posting on Instagram, and I realized that I was meeting people that were hey, Ty, this could be a full-time job, and I was no, it cannot. That's so crazy. Yeah. And then I started posting consistently, and kind of the same with Lynn. I started with the hashtags, and people started reposting me, and then I just started constantly showing people how to save money when buying curly hair products, what I'm using, and what's I kind of went through my natural hair journey with my community at the same time. And then 2019, 2018 is when I went full time, and I was just okay, I'm betting on myself. I'm taking this risk. I'm gonna start posting about my hair, my outfits, my everything, and then now it's my full-time career. In your opinion, what is one of the biggest differences back then to now?
There's
so many. You can say one, and then I'll say one.
Do you say one first?
The money.
Oh, 100%.
Okay, so
yes, when I was 21,
girl,
what? I was no one's making this.
No, before
at 21.
That. But even before that, before you went full time, I want to say my first job was $25.
Oh,
I think
yes.
That.
My first job was $25 too.
Yeah, it was
and then $100, and then I kept trying, and I'm let me just negotiate, because the worst that they can say is no. I always had that mindset.
You don't even need to have $100K to make $100K.
Yeah.
And that's just the honest truth about money. I think it's a very secretive thing when you talk about rates and stuff, and I think it just changes for everyone, but
yeah, it's different for everyone. Just because you have a bunch of followers does not mean that you're making a good amount of money, because someone smaller than you can be making more than you. It really depends. There's a lot of things.
There's people out there that have 1 million followers and have never done a brand collaboration.
Yeah.
It really depends on advocating for yourself and what you want out of social media. See, this is why I live in New Jersey, because in New Jersey you don't hear the police.
I love it. I love watching my neighbor next door. I love it.
How do you film?
It's okay. It's part of the experience. It's part of living in Brooklyn. I can't believe.
See, that's crazy.
And you know, the funny thing is, she's from New York.
Absolutely.
Like, she's from New York.
But
she's acting brand new.
But I'm at that age where it's like, I don't want to deal with that. I don't want to deal with the popo and I still have that around my neighborhood, but it's like, it's very rare.
Very rare, yeah.
But that...
No, I can't sleep in silence. I like the noise.
Okay. Another thing that has changed drastically from back then to now.
I would say the type of content that people make. Before, it used to be, even if it was a very casual video, it still had a lot of intention and more, it was more curated back then, in a way. I would say, I feel like now you can get away with just doing very, very casual content, like talking to the camera. Like before, you had to either educate. I don't know if you feel that way, but like educate or like teach something.
I feel like now everything's a science. Everything's for analytics. Everything's for like the likes and everything. And before, I felt like I was at my most creative when I first started, because I literally was just like taking photos, not really taking video, but like just doing things that I truly enjoyed. And now if you're not doing something trendy, or if you're not doing something like analytic focused, people are not going to engage in your content. And I also think that it's like so heavily algorithm driven. And before it was like, what was an algorithm back then? It was like you posted what you wanted and you posted what you love and people liked it. And you get like 10,000 likes, because not everything was so heavily numbers, algorithm. And I'm just like, bleh.
I think now you can post a casual video, but it still needs to have a meaning behind it. Like you either have to be unhinged. You can still post really casually. It doesn't have to be perfect lighting. But I just feel like back then, at least for me, even my casual videos, I don't know, like I just felt like I had...
It's just
like,
so different.
I don't know. It was so... I don't know. I don't know how to explain it.
I know what you mean, though.
Changed.
I know what you mean. I think it's just like the expectations are so different now. And before it was like,
it used to be really fun for me before, and I was really passionate and I felt more creative back then. And now I think I just have a lot on my mind. I'm like, I want to be creative, but I also want to perform really well.
I will say back then, I wasn't as in touch with my mental health as I am now. And I think as obviously as you get older, it plays such a big role. So it's like before I would wake up and I'd be like, oh my God, I'm going to make content all day. Now it's kind of like, oh my God, I have to make content. And I think that switch has definitely played a toll. I don't want to speak for you or any other creator, but it's definitely taken a toll on the balance in my life.
No, I agree. I feel like I have an anxiety attack
3 times a day?
month. Yeah.
3 times a day?
I have anxiety every day.
Literally.
But an attack like at least once or twice a month. I mean, not really an attack, but like I feel really, really anxious, because before I used to wake up, like you said, and I used to look forward to making content. And now it's like, I do want to create content, but I'm like, am I supposed to make something different because this is what the people want? There's like, you have to post 15-second videos, 30-second videos, you need to talk to the camera, you need to look disheveled, you need like, there's just so many things that I'm like, I actually don't even want to create anymore. Like, I just want to create my content and I want it to perform well. I want my content to be shown, because Instagram nowadays does not really push out my content. And I don't know if it's because I've been a creator for a while, I need to build a new audience, which I probably think is what I need to do, because everybody used to follow me for curly hair content, and over the years I've pivoted.
It's so crazy because both of our hair is straight today. Insane. It's so rare. Though. But I also want you guys to know, the people that are watching this, that are actually like giving this a watch, we are so grateful for our job. Yeah. But I also want people to understand, because like, you know how people can misconstrued things like this and videos like this, and I know somebody will say, oh my God,
there's
these
so
influencers. Yeah. And it's like, it's not that. It's that we're human,
and we have exhausting.
Yeah, we have a job just like you guys.
Not saying it's like the hardest job in the world, like it
has its tough days.
It does come with a lot of luxuries, but it's and anyone will agree, it's very mentally draining and exhausting.
Since we've been doing this for, I want to say, I'm at 10 years. You're almost at 10 years, right?
8, 9.
What are you most proud of?
So my favorite job that I've ever gotten, and I'm really proud of it, was with Dyson back in, I want to say maybe 2019 or 2018. I was on a Dyson shoot with Marie Claire magazine. First time ever being on a magazine, and it was a whole shoot in the city. So that's one of my proudest moments, because I was in a magazine and it was Dyson, like, hello. And I actually just worked with them, so full circle. And then my second proudest moment was with Loft. It's always a shoot. I love a good shoot day.
When you don't have to actually shoot it.
Yeah, when they're shooting it, I'm just the muse. I'm the, just the model. And I was in stores. This was right before COVID. Any loft that you went into, I was there. Like, my picture was on the wall, and I just love that. Like, I love that for me. And I was really happy. I don't know. I'm just happy shooting on set or like being on set and having someone else do it for me and
facts.
just being like, okay, like, what do you want me to do?
For me, since you didn't ask me,
I think you're just gonna.
It's
I'm
right.
sorry.
It's right. I'm just kidding.
I'm a little nervy. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little
I'm just
nervy.
kidding. For me, I've had several proud moments, but I think that one thing I did recently this summer was get invited to the Olympics. That was
epic.
That was probably like the craziest opportunity I've ever gotten in my life. And like I said, I've done so many amazing things. Sometimes you don't see yourself in spaces, and I think this is something I'm working on in therapy. I don't know, your brain doesn't allow you to see like the full success that you can be at. The Olympics is something that like I saw tons of people like getting invited to or going to like the pre-events, and like I was just like, wow, I am deserving, and I've worked so hard to not just do a hair video, not just do like an outfit video, and like it's like it's so much bigger than that. It was like something I'll never forget. I'm so grateful for P&G and Olay for having me like in the Olympics and representing and being like one of 3 influencers that were chosen out of the million that are in this space. So that was like probably like one of the most rewarding and just exciting things I've ever done as an influencer. And then I think one of my best things was when I was an H&M ambassador for 2 years. I wore H&M for so long. It was such like a full circle moment because like I remember like being a broke college student and like going to get all of my outfits from H&M and then being able to work with them and go to Coachella and go to Utah and be in their stores and just wear and be super proud of something that I put so much money into like organically, and then actually be able to represent them, which was like kind of incredible.
I love that.
Yeah. I love that we're doing this because I feel like sometimes you can tell me otherwise, but I think that we don't actually like recognize like all the things we've done because we're so go. And it's just like accomplishment. But it's like, if we really sat here and wrote down everything we've ever done, we'd probably start crying.
I'm getting teary-eyed.
The resume that we both carry between both of us is like probably one of the most incredible things, and that's just like us too.
And I think we just forget though, and
Absolutely.
we don't acknowledge it, and it's so like fast paced that you're just like, okay, I did this, I did that. But I literally talked about that in a TikTok video recently. It was really long, but I said a lot of times I don't really recognize or celebrate my accomplishments, and I'm hard on myself because I'm like, wow, like I haven't done anything, like I'm just an influencer, like I'm just booking a job. But then when I really think about it, I was in stores with Loft, I was in stores with Aussie, I did the Dyson shoot, I've worked with amazing brands that I would have never thought I would have worked with. I worked with Macy's. I did that's another proud moment. Macy's live with them. Out of all the creators, they picked me, little me, and I'm just like, wow, like Macy's recognized me. And again, we don't celebrate those accomplishments
enough
because we were just it's
going
all fast paced. Yeah.
For our last and final question to wrap up part 1, how has becoming an entrepreneur changed you for the better and for the worse? I like this question because it's not just about being an influencer. I think so many of us are creative entrepreneurs and freelancers. We all kind of have these things about us that we're like obviously so proud of and how it's changed us. But also I think that there's also like cons to being an entrepreneur and a freelancer. I struggled so much with my identity, and I think a lot of people wouldn't even know this because I'm obviously a lot more confident now, but I struggled a lot with my identity when I was younger. I grew up in like a predominantly like Caucasian area of New York. I'm a mutt, so I'm like Black, white, and Hispanic, and a lot of people don't even know that. Finding my space in the influencer like industry, owning who I am, owning my body, owning my hair, owning my personality, knowing that I'm like obviously very different from a lot of other people. Becoming an entrepreneur and finding my footing has created this like confident version of myself that I'm just so proud of. Obviously, I'll forever have insecurities. We all will, because just how it works being human. But I'm so grateful that I kind of took the risk and became who I am today, because I'm just like so proud of everything that I've done. And I think that's like the best part of entrepreneurship that's changed me. And then I think the worst, I definitely have to bring in mental health again. My mental health has changed drastically. Thank God for therapy. In a space that comparison is in your face all the time, that is kind of the like sad part of it, because as much as, you know, comparison is the thief of joy, it doesn't stop. Like I said, we're human, so it's just gonna happen. It's finding the balance and finding the I'm on 100%, and I'm also like, I'm not the internet and I'm not my Instagram Instagram page and I'm not my YouTube channel and I'm not tylauren. I'm also just Tyla. That's been a tough challenge for me on the entrepreneurship side.
For me, I would say something similar. My confidence has evolved throughout the years. I feel like, again, even though I'm very hard on myself, this space has shown me that I can do a lot of things and accomplish a lot of things at the same time, especially being Latina. I wasn't born here and just, you know, pushing my limits. But
I feel like a lot of people don't know that you weren't born here.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I feel like we both don't really speak about like
No, I don't.
our like ethnicity a lot. Like people know probably from looking at us, but
Yeah.
I think that's really special.
But I wasn't born here, so, you know, I thought I was going to have a traditional job. Growing up, you know, with immigrant parents, well, my dad is from here. He's Ecuadorian, but he's from here. My mom and I lived in Ecuador up until I was 5, and then we moved to New York. So I am a New Yorker, not born, but I was raised. I always wanted to be behind the camera, but I thought, you know, I'm probably just gonna have like, I'm gonna be in business administration or an accountant or something like that, because immigrant mentality, you need to do something that's, you know, gonna pay your bills. But my family has been very supportive, and yeah, being an entrepreneur has brought so many opportunities, helped with my confidence, and just I can achieve a lot of things, even though I'm still working on like giving myself grace at the end of the day. And then the worst, you stole it from me. I mean, not stole it, but I was going to say the same thing.
Yeah.
My mental health. I've always had anxiety, but it's gotten worse because it's just up and down. Like, it's very up and down in this industry. I think everybody thinks influencers just make a lot of money every year and like they're sad. They get a lot of things gifted, which is true. Like, we do get a lot of gifted things, but it's mentally exhausting and draining every single day trying to perform, trying to be on camera. And I feel like I am at a good place. Like, I always pour into myself. I work on myself. It's always never ending, but sometimes it really takes a toll on me being in this industry, because it's just like every single day I'm like, okay, I need to post, I need to keep up, I can't take a break, I need to do this, I need to film this for content. I'm never like, I live in the moment, but I'm like, okay, I need to take a photo, like I need to do this. Yeah. I would say that like that's the only, I've always said that, like that's the only negative side in my opinion for me. Like what I experienced, like that's the worst for me, like just trying to be okay
and balance. I think
balance. Yeah.
So
was that good?
Yeah, I think that was perfect.
Sometimes
Don't
like
doubt yourself. No, don't doubt yourself. And I'm gonna leave it. I think this was great. I thought it was really good. I'm excited. So we're gonna wrap it up here for the first part that you're gonna watch on my channel, and
second part is on
second
my
part's
channel.
gonna be even better, and it's gonna be on Lynn's channel. So make sure you go over there. Her information is in the description. You subscribe and you like and you comment and you let us know what you think. And
if you want more videos from us together,
there you go. And we'll see you guys in part 2. Thanks for
See ya.
watching.
Bye.